Man, what do you got to say for yourself?
Happy Thanksgiving, man.
Yeah, happy Thanksgiving, man. What do you got there?
A soda.
Soda? I guess it's good that we got all things taken care of. You look happier than hell, Jack.
So do you.
Well, I ought to, man. What do you know that we don't?
I want $50 in a lottery ticket, but I want them guys to know, because otherwise they're going to want to borrow money.
So Chorizo Bros has 60 subscribers. I need 100 subscribers, 1,000 subscribers, 5,000 subscribers. Check it out. Fuck it. I'm sorry for erasing that. We need 50,000 subs, okay? Otherwise, this isn't gonna work.
168-minute phone call at prime rates? What are you talking to your stupid ass brother about anyways?
You know he has psychological problems.
Not on my phone, Billy doesn't.
They're making a mockery out of my words, man. This whole thing's turning into a theatrical mockery. You understand that, Art?
No.
Well, you will. Make sure everyone has brown gloves.
Does everyone have brown gloves?
Dude. Hey everybody, Jojo here. Real quick, I wanted to pop in and kind of give you a little introduction of the video. This is going to be a bonus episode. We did American Movie today, and Chris and Art were kind enough to come on and do some skits with me before we filmed our Rocky video today. But we wanted to get this little video out. My sister Alex and my mom are in this video. My mom is thoroughly nervous, and there's a little bit of a composition error on my part. I should have found out that we had a lot of open space at the end of the frame there. You're going to notice several edits, and that's okay. The conversation went off the rails a few times and had to do some editing there, and that was all good stuff. But we had a great conversation. We wanted to bring that out for you. So here is our bonus episode of the documentary American Movie. Hey guys!
Hi!
Welcome back to the show.
Hola.
This is the Chorizo Bros. We are talking about American Movie today.
Yes.
Now, this is a movie that came out in 1999. It's a documentary. A little bit about it. It's basically about a film crew that follows around a gentleman that's trying to get a movie made and all the things that go wrong associated with it. And we sort of see a day in the life of a struggling filmmaker. That's kind of the basic concept of this movie. It's great documentary.
Great.
It's great. It's one of the things that I really liked, and in our family, it was one of the movies that we rewatch all the time because we love it.
Yeah. We quote it, and people don't know what we're talking about.
Yes,
we quote it, and people don't know what we're talking about.
Yeah.
All the time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so you guys might notice the backdrop is a little bit different. Things are a little bit different with the cast. Things are different with the background, the layout. The reason for that is the boys are stepping out for this one, and we brought Ace back, which is awesome. She did our Exorcist video. That was terrific. And we have our mom here joining us. Yes. Our mom is here for the Chorizo Bros. She's
I'm
going
so
to be joining us.
glad to be here.
She's nervous as
today.
hell.
I'll be
It's going
right.
to be great.
I'll
it's
be
going to be
right.
great. Cool. So what we're going to do is what we normally do. We're going to take each member's sort of opinion about the movie, a little spoiler-free, did you like it, would you recommend it kind of thing, and then we're just going to have an open discussion about the movie.
Yes.
Okay? So which one of y'all would like to go first?
Me.
Okay. Mom, tell us your little spoiler-free review.
Well, I loved it. Like Joseph said, we've seen it numerous times, can always come back to it. It's like a party movie. You know, you're having a party, you put on the American Movie, it's great. It's hilarious.
I think I can agree with that for sure. The fact that it can be on just in the background. You don't
Yes.
really have to pay
What kind
attention
of
too much
party?
to it.
Right. Pardon me?
Nothing.
A mom party.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
Okay, Alex, go ahead.
I had no idea this movie the first time Joseph showed me this movie, which was years ago. I think we were living in California at the time.
I don't
maybe?
remember.
It goes way back.
It does go way back.
Yeah, I didn't think I would like it as I was watching it. I kind of wasn't sure what I was watching. It has turned out to be one of my favorite movies.
Mm-hmm.
Favorite movies.
Yeah.
I know I said that about The Exorcist, but those are two different kind of like,
Right.
You know.
Yeah, they can be different things.
Well, they
and
make
still
it.
be...
They both make it on my top 5.
Right.
This is definitely top 10 for me.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
a movie that I only know, I guess I don't know if I would use the word obscure, but I know one other person other than the family, and I suppose now maybe friends, because we've shown friends and stuff, but
Yeah.
one person that I didn't have to tell anybody about.
Where it came up and they already knew what
They
you were
already
talking
knew
about.
it. Like his, we quote it all the time, and I was able to quote it with him. It's pretty interesting.
Yeah, I feel like there's not a lot of people that I've made references to this with. that
Because,
have...
like, you're not supposed to know, like, are you sure if it's funny or not when you're first watching it? Like, is it something you're meant to automatically know you're supposed to laugh to?
That's a really good point. No, I think it's kind of... I think the first time you watched it, you were kind of baffled, like, what is supposed to be happening here?
Well, just like when I watched The Office.
Because you didn't know what the tone of it was.
Right.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So you're not... I don't think you're immediately supposed to know that this is funny and you can enjoy yourself watching it.
Yeah, you don't know how serious... you don't know how serious you're supposed to be taking it or, like, what you're supposed to be paying attention to.
Until you meet Bill.
Until you turn it, I don't know, it grows on you. And then it becomes funny. Almost not like you're laughing at them anymore.
Right.
And with them.
Right.
Oh, for sure, yeah. Mom and I had the discussion before that I mentioned, I was like, yeah, you know, like part of the appeal of Mark is our main guy that we're following.
Mm-hmm.
Part of the appeal of him is that he's kind of a loser, and Mom got upset by that. She didn't like that I called him a loser. And I was like, well, I'm saying it in an endearing way.
Oh, sure.
It's he doesn't have anything really going right in his life. His relationship is in the can. Yeah. He doesn't see his kids as much as he wants. Yeah. Works a paper route. I'm not sure it says in the movie how old he is, but I want to say he's like late 20s, early 30s.
I would agree.
Yeah.
So, yeah, and part of the appeal of him is that you can decide that, yeah, he's kind of a loser, but you still root for him.
You do. You do. That's one of those movies, for sure.
Well, what I saw, and I still don't like the term loser when describing him, because what I saw in him is his ambition, and he doesn't want to quit. He started, filming early when he was young. Him, the friends that he was hanging around with, and his brothers, his mom, they all knew, he loved movies.
Who doesn't give up.
He doesn't give up. He doesn't give up, and it says a lot to me. It says a lot.
But
and
you didn't think that the first time you watched it, I don't believe.
I don't know. Well, maybe not. You're right. Maybe not.
I think this movie definitely benefits from multiple watches. Mm-hmm. I think, like you said, you're unsure about how you're supposed to feel, and then like what Mom said, I actually really agree with that. Where you could just put it on, and then somebody looks and goes, "There's a funny line there. That's kind of fun." You don't really have to be paying attention to it.
Right.
You can enjoy it. Did y'all have a favorite? I'm going to call them characters, even though these are real people. Did you have a favorite character? Because I kind of like all of them.
Me too. I really do.
They are all really...
It's hard to pick one.
It's hard to pick one. It's like...
I love Bill.
Bill's
a good
great.
One.
Mike,
obviously.
Yeah. So Mark, go ahead. Sorry.
What's his friend? Didn't they pick up his friend in prison or jail or something?
Kenny.
Yeah. I think I like
Kenny.
him.
Kenny's cool. Yeah.
He's like, he loves his friend.
Yeah. They all seem to. And throughout the documentary, you're going to see things go wrong and difficulties come up as they're trying to shoot scenes or scout locations or whatever the fact might be. And these scenes will be intercut with interviews from the people that are working on it with him. And every single person that they talk to, aside from maybe his brothers, they're all like, yeah, I mean, he's a determined motherfucker.
They're all rooting for him.
They're all rooting. The brothers, I think, maybe talk a little shit.
They do, but they're brothers. They're family.
Like, even the ones that talk shit, though, like that one fancy character, I forget his name.
Robert.
Even he's kind of talking smack to him, but he's still like...
He's still there.
Yeah. He's still there.
He still turns
He's still
up.
supporting him. Yeah, that's really cool.
Yeah. So there's quite a cast of characters here. You see his mom and sort of their domestic life. You see Mark,
his personal relationship.
You see his personal relationships,
and his children.
I felt like I would have liked to see a little bit more of Mike's family. I think I would have liked to see what like his mom's like.
I don't.
Oh wow!
You think it would ruin it?
No, I think it would ruin it. I think it would. I mean, maybe it sounds terrible. I think it would only be funny if Mike's parents. No. Oh yeah, Mike's parents.
Mike, yeah.
If they're actually like straight laced and they weren't like that. I
hadn't even thought of that. That would have been good.
It would be, but it would only mean that, I don't know, the fact that he was done LSD and drugs for 27 years and now he's not doing it. He's Mike. He's the only one I want to see from his family.
Yeah. I think it's more so just curiosity. Maybe not
curiosity.
Maybe not that the film would have been better or worse with it, but more so that I'm like, man, what is like his family like? Because you know how Mark's brothers are. You know how his dad is. You know how Uncle Bill is.
They're all
even Bill. Bill kind of he roots for him. He has his back, but he talks shit.
Oh
mad shit.
Yeah.
Like to his face.
The worst.
Yeah.
But he'll still back him up. This might be the most quotable movie that I know. You can almost quote every line from this. I mean, you could
There's
just
a
I could
lot.
tell you like, hey, say a thing.
No, but you totally can quote it. But I mean, like, I don't know. It's more so like when we quote like Steel Magnolias and like The Office and stuff, because you can say something and I have something relatable for you to make a joke about. When are you gonna say like, what I got drunk and called Morocco until 2 a.m. It's senseless. Blah, blah, blah. Like, when are you gonna say something like that?
I'm not saying that you can relate in a normal conversation. I'm just saying that the lines are memorable and funny.
Yes.
In that way, they're quotable.
Definitely.
Yeah.
You know, when Bill's doing it, it's all right, it's okay.
Yeah.
That's hilarious. The scene where Mark is drunk and eating turkey in the basement. Mm-hmm. Come on, man. What do you really think about that? Think about what? And then he's just drunk and chewing turkey.
The best one is
It's great.
the brown. Is everybody has to have a brown glove?
yeah.
I love it.
Hey, Mike, can you make sure everybody has brown gloves? Does
Does
everyone have
brown gloves? Love it. And he cracks himself up. Every time he says something, he cracks himself up. He's sitting back there cracking up.
No,
Yes.
that's not it. Mike doesn't laugh. He doesn't know he's being funny. He doesn't know.
There's, you do get a lot of reaction shots of Mike.
You get a
laughing
lot
at
of
people.
smiling. Him
Yeah,
smiling.
okay,
when
there
he's-
you go.
Yeah, I don't think
there
he's
you
like
okay,
laughing
you're right.
after
You're
it.
right. You're right.
Yeah, there's what is exactly the appeal of weirdly like they're very realistic. There's nothing glamorous about any of this. It's a regular town, suburb in Milwaukee, regular jobs, regular guys. What is it about that makes it appealing to us watching it? Because if I were to just tell you that, you wouldn't find it interesting, but watching it, you do get sucked in, right?
Oh yeah.
Yes,
So
you get sucked in.
what is it? Why
The
do we want to see
characters.
what keeps happening? Why do we want to see?
Because he's real. He's real.
That's
and so-
it. It's just a realistic.
Well,
It's a fine answer. I'm just
yeah, I
trying
think
to
it's
clarify.
because it's real. He's not making up anything. The words just come out. That's real.
You do get a stream of consciousness vibe from him. That they're pointing the camera at him and talking. Did you listen to the commentary?
No, I didn't. I didn't want to.
Some of it is gold. Some of it is like they're still arguing about the Black Sabbath song.
Oh really?
Yeah,
Oh my goodness.
that song comes up. That scene comes up, and then you hear Mark and Mike because they're
Oh
doing
yeah,
the commentary.
yeah.
And he's like, I don't want to bring it up, but I kind of have to. He's like, Mike's gonna get pissed because they've apparently had that's like an argument that they've had for years.
Oh,
That
wow.
he's like, you said I ripped off that song, and he's like, I didn't. I used one word, and it's just funny because
wow.
they're still arguing about it. And
Is it
and
just
Mike,
one word he used?
I don't remember. I don't know what song it is. that
No,
he's
I don't remember.
ripping, quote unquote, ripping off. I don't think he ripped it off. but-
No, I don't remember. I'll have to look back.
It heavily
I gotta watch.
influenced, but they're still arguing about it,
Wow.
and that feels very much like a friendship, like
Oh,
a friend.
yeah.
People that have been friends since
When you can argue.
high school
Yeah.
or like
Even before high school.
Mike turns up later. It looks like because it seems like he's been filming since he was very young, and the Ken's there. We usually try to do some kind of theme when it comes to our snacks or drinks, and so I served Mom up a peppermint schnapps with Sprite.
Bill's favorite.
Bill's favorite.
R.I.P. Bill.
Oh.
Yeah, and I have a vodka here because there's a funny line where Mike talks about partying with Mark. Either I had a bottle of vodka or he had a bottle. Anyways, we were drinking vodka. So yeah, there's always a little theme. So I'm having a vodka tonic right
I'm
now.
enjoying it.
Yeah, it just tastes like a candy cane, right?
Yeah.
Peppermint schnapps comes
It's
out a
good.
little bit hard.
I'm not surprised.
Not
that was his
everybody likes
favorite.
peppermint schnapps.
Hmm?
Why did you even have peppermint schnapps?
I didn't. I went and got it.
You got it?
For
Oh,
this,
okay.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
This ain't for the shits. This is for the
This
birds.
this shit's just for the birds.
Yeah, this shit's for the
something
birds.
about
Oh
a
my
big
god,
toe.
dude!
I'm
when
not doing
he
it
oh,
anymore.
that's a fucking gnarly toenail.
That's
dude.
When he says
Yeah, that's a
it's
science
outside.
photo. That's a science photo, and he goes, "Science photo."
Oh yeah.
Oh no, dude! When he's, I don't know how much schnapps he drank.
When he's on,
like
when
on
he's
the
on the
floor.
floor, yeah. What is
He's
this
like,
in
well,
theater?
he's like, we'll, man, we're gonna make great cinema with this.
Oh,
I was like, cinnamon? No, bro, no, man.
yeah.
Cinema. Cinnamon.
They're all funny and they don't know how funny
They don't know
are.
how funny they are.
Well,
It's great.
they're funny because they're not trying to be funny. Alex, why don't you take over? So why don't you tell us any interesting
I'll
things
think
about
of
this
something.
or your
I'll think
experience
of
with the
something.
movie?
So I actually read something pretty recently that like obviously Mike is dead or he's died.
Yeah, it was
He
a
is
couple years ago.
passed. He's passed. But I was looking on Reddit and some guy said that when the movie came out, I guess there was a website for it and Mike's phone number was on the website because this was like way back. Well, this is back in the day, like close to when
It
let
came out in
yeah.
1999, yeah.
And this guy and his friends, they called the number and Mike answered and he was talking to them while Mike was grocery shopping. He just let them ask a few questions, answer a few questions. He like gave us our time for like 10 minutes or something like that. And I'm like, that would be Mike. I really like to hear that. I really loved that little bit of
there was
information.
somebody made a video about Mike, and they were saying that because he'd gone through the program because he quit partying, that he would turn up and he would like help people move.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh yeah, Mike helped me
Yeah.
move, and he gave us a ride one time. We needed a ride.
Yeah,
Or
exactly.
something.
Well, then there you go.
He was
It's
just
exactly
the
that.
type of person to really go out of his way to help people.
Yeah.
He was a nice
seems
guy
very
all
sweet.
around.
Yeah.
He's a nice guy.
I mean,
all
his
around.
stories are really funny. The friendship between them two is also quite unique. That's his boy. That's his ride or die. Mike is gonna have Mark's back no matter what.
Yeah. Literally,
and you can,
no matter what.
And you can feel that. Like, if he's down in the dumps or whatever, I think the only thing he keeps from him is when
The
he wins
lottery
lottery tickets.
Yeah.
I bought some
that's
lottery
great.
tickets too.
Did you
I
really?
did. When he tells them downstairs, he's like,
The
I don't,
50 bucks?
I don't want them to know.
Yeah.
They're gonna borrow.
They're
money
gonna
from
they
me.
ask me to
It's
borrow.
great. It's great.
Because you get the vibe, and they show it in the film where
Yeah.
they do ask him for money,
Oh, yeah.
and he says later on, Mike says, I think in the commentary, he was like, yeah, my mom told me not to take all the money with me when I went to visit you that day because she thought you were going to ask me for some, and he does. Remember?
He does. Yeah.
I remember that.
So in the commentary, he's like, yeah, my mom said don't take all the money because then
Wait,
she'll have
so
to...
did they film the commentary shortly after the movie came out, or did they do it?
Because
I think it was
That.
I think it was a couple of years after it came out.
Okay.
Because mom noticed that they'd been on Letterman too, so
Oh,
they'd
I
gone
was
through
so
some
impressed.
stuff.
I was so impressed on Letterman twice.
Because you have to make that distinction between the fact that American Movie is a documentary about Mark. This is not Mark's project.
It's about a project of Mark's though.
Yeah.
It starts off with
Exactly.
Coven,
Yeah.
which is
Well, it starts off with Northwestern.
Coven, not Coven.
Oh yes, that's right.
Coven.
Yes, that's right. And then Coven.
Coven sounds like oven, man.
Yeah, which is
Yeah.
why I have this movie confuses me now. Like sometimes I will say Coven.
It's
Sometimes.
an acceptable way to say it.
Yeah, you can
It's
say it.
just
I think you can say it
sounds
either way.
weird to our ears because I would say
Coven.
Coven.
Oh, Coven. You see what I mean?
But I don't see why I don't see why he makes it a big deal about it sounds like oven. I don't understand that part.
Because Coven,
Coven?
part of the
Why
part
do
of the
they
humor,
make it a thingy?
part of the humor of that scene of the argument of Coven or
Yeah.
Coven is the fact that most people know it as Coven, a witch's coven.
Right.
So the fact that's part of the reason why it's funny is because
Yeah.
he's dedicated to the fact that it's supposed to be in his head. It sounds weird that it's not Coven.
Yeah.
Like that's part of the humor. And then they looked it up, and it's like another one of those things that people argue about. But it is an acceptable way to say Coven.
Oh,
Coven.
well, I didn't know that.
But yeah, he's trying to do this Northwestern, and it looks bad.
Yeah.
It
Awful. So bad.
it looks like he's trying, but it
Yeah.
doesn't look
Yeah.
like something I would watch.
No.
And then they decide I can't. You need more funding, so they go. We have to focus on Coven. If we can sell tapes on Coven, we'll make enough money to make Northwestern. And spoiler alert, it's
That's right. You're absolutely right.
Yeah.
Yes.
it's
Yeah.
still unfinished. He never made Northwestern.
That's what I was
To
surprised
this day,
about.
it's still unfinished.
Yeah.
Why
I was
were you surprised?
I was just surprised because he's so ambitious and he's like determined to finish things, to finish the movie. No matter how many years it takes, he's so ambitious. I didn't understand why he didn't go back and.
Because he's not good. Coven, when you watch it, we like it because we know how hard he's been working on it. But if someone were to just show you Coven,
Oh yeah.
you would be like,
yeah.
"This isn't that
You would
fun."
never watch it.
If you didn't know Mark,
Yeah.
You're right. I wouldn't.
yeah, we would just be like, "Oh, this is some stupid movie, whatever."
Yeah.
It's some college kid made this. Is,
Yeah.
is the vibe it gets. It's very amateurish.
You would never watch
So
it.
is the
You're
Chorizo
right.
Bros Project. I'm not talking shit. I'm not surprised that he couldn't make Northwestern.
I don't know.
Coven wasn't good. Love you, Mark, but come on.
Yeah.
It wasn't that. It wasn't good.
But that's not what I'm
so I'm
talking
saying,
about.
like, if you're
I'm talking
looking,
about
I'm saying if you're
his
looking
ambition,
at,
his
She's
you know, he
surprised
wants
he
to
ne- he
complete
didn't.
Yeah,
it
no, I
He's a
understand.
because of his
completionist.
attitude.
I understand what you're saying. I'm saying the reason why it's not surprising to me is because he doesn't necessarily have that talent. He has the drive and he has that ambition, and that's kind of the tragedy of this story too. Is that you can have all that and still fall short. You can be driven, you can be ambitious, you can be dedicated to something, and still not be good at it.
Yeah, I think he could have done it. I had hope for him. I'm on his side.
We all wanted to root for him. Yeah.
Everybody's rooting for him.
That's why this hits people that like it.
Yeah, it kind of sounds like you're telling her that she's wrong about why he didn't finish it.
It's his opinion. Like I have my opinion about it.
It's just an opinion. I'm
Yeah.
saying I'm just explaining why I wasn't shocked that it wasn't done. Because he can have all those great things about him and still be talentless.
Okay, he got on David Letterman twice. He was on Family Guy. I mean, can anybody just get on these?
Here's the thing is, again,
And there was
they're
something else.
referencing American movie. They're not referencing Northwestern or Coven.
I understand that.
That project got
It wasn't a success like American Movie was.
Yes.
American movie was a success, and that's why. Well, I would still consider it a little bit obscure, but it got enough attention, and Mark is the main person in that movie. So yeah, of course he's going to be like, if they're going to showcase anything about this movie, he's a character, and anybody that hung out with him, anybody you see him interact with, is kind of intrigued by him. Like, there's something about his charisma that you want to keep talking. You just let him run his mouth and just go, "What the fuck are you talking about, dude?" So again, it was the reference to American movie, not any of Mark's projects.
She's basing all of him like being like on David Letterman and all of that because of the success of American Movie.
But
not the stuff
I
that
understand
would
that.
make him continue moving
Right.
forward with the movie.
Right.
Right.
No, I think that's the part you were confused about.
A little bit, but I got it. And I agree with you.
The reason he was getting attention and getting on those shows and whatever
Is because of American Movie.
Right.
So
right, not
but
He
because-
didn't make,
not
he
because-
didn't make American movie.
Yeah.
Right.
No, she doesn't get it.
I do know
No,
that
you don't
because
get
the
it.
guy that filmed that was
Yes, so the reason why
I
he's
know
not going to
that.
continue filming new movies is
Because
no
he's
one's
no
gonna,
good.
Yeah, he's not
His
good.
stuff just isn't that good.
And the reason why you're saying that, he's getting,
Recognition.
But he thought he was good.
Yeah.
Didn't he?
I don't know if he thought he
Didn't
was
he think
good, but
he's
he
good?
believed he could do it.
There you
he
go.
believed
There
he
you
could do
go.
it. Didn't mean he did it.
Right.
That's why.
Right.
So I don't think he could. How is he going to get funds for all of these movies and shit if people don't like what he's actually producing?
Yeah, no,
I agree.
we're on the same page.
Yeah.
And I think
No, you and I think you're.
I think
No, I think I'm getting it.
I think you just want to believe in him.
I do.
That's all it is. Mom just is thinking that because we all see the charisma for what it is, that can translate to success for him. And he should have maybe had some kind of what if he did like a podcast or something? What if he'd gotten on board with that type of stuff and talked about movies?
Oh yeah.
Dude, he could've-
That would actually be good.
Oh,
if it
that
was
would be
movies.
People,
good.
and then him running
You're
ads.
Because I was
Right.
just gonna say like if him and Mike had a podcast,
Dude,
I would listen to it.
fuck
But
yeah.
then it would
It'd
get
be
annoying.
great. Oh my god.
Yeah, sure, but not every. I mean, it would have been something.
Well,
it would have been a
but
creative
but
outlet
the,
for him.
Sure,
and-
but the
Right.
amount of like him doing like critic reviews that would be good. I would watch that.
That would be good. I hadn't thought of that.
I wonder if he did. Maybe he did. I don't.
And he wasn't any good at that either. That's why he can't do it.
It is possible. At the very beginning, he's in a trailer writing, and he's talking to the cameraman. He's like, "We got to write this radio show. It has nothing to do with Coven, nothing to do with Northwestern." He's like, "You're asking me questions. I'm trying to focus. I got people out here. They don't have destinies. I'm trying to give them something to do." And he's saying all these weird. He's just trying to sound like clever and smart.
Yeah.
So you see him trying to do a radio show. And then you see him doing... So he met Robert through that. And then you see him later at the college actually putting the film together. So he's doing different... He's very involved. You know, you see there's there's a shot of a newspaper clipping, and it's a picture of him, and it's like filmmaker from Milwaukee or whatever.
Oh,
and
yeah.
it's so like he's clearly like really trying to make different things work. He's a creative person. He's trying to do it. It's not just Northwestern was just like the project he really like he really wanted to see it to completion.
Yeah.
And that's part of the tragedy
Yeah.
of this. Because we don't even know what it is. Like as the little clips that they put in American movie, what is Northwestern even about?
Honestly, I don't even know.
You can't even tell.
I can't tell.
Yeah.
The couple of clips, it's like him walking with the wheelbarrow, and
Yeah.
like he's like taking a shower or something, and he's
Yeah,
smoking a
yeah,
cigarette
you're
in the
right.
shower. Or something. There's something
Yeah.
weird like that, and you're going, what the fuck is
What
this
is this
movie?
about?
And you go, oh, would you pay $20 to go see that? I know Mike would,
Oh, Mike.
but I wouldn't buy a ticket to go see Northwestern.
No, I wouldn't either. I don't
Yeah,
even like
it didn't-
really Eraserhead.
Would you pay for it to go see Coven? $14.
$14? No.
$14.99. Isn't that much the ticket was? And then
That's how much Rush tickets were.
that's how much rush tickets were.
All the music in the
Oh, that's right,
movie, Mike does.
I forgot about that.
It
Yeah.
was really good. I can watch that movie over and over again.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Yeah, Mom's the type of person that rewatches movies. Jeremy does that a lot too. I was actually surprised. He seems the type of person that would get bored watching movies over.
Yeah.
But Mom will watch a movie over and over.
Yeah.
This movie pops up sometimes. I'll put American movie on.
I catch
no, I
little
think
things that I missed the first time I watched it. And the second
Yeah.
time I watched it, I'll catch things. So,
Did you catch anything on this most recent viewing?
no.
Jesus
You're gonna hear Mom's emphysema in the microphone.
Don't do that. Okay, stop. Can we go? I did catch something. Kind of bothered me a little bit because I'm trying to figure out how old was his girlfriend.
Yeah, you mentioned that
I don't know why I see a real big
age
Would
gap.
it matter?
age. No, I just like no.
I was waiting for you to say something really profound.
Oh
'Cause-
no, I have nothing profound to say. I
Okay.
just thought that was
Okay.
kind of like interesting
It intrigued her enough to mention it twice.
because they were
She's
together.
like, she looks so much older than
Yeah,
me.
I don't
she
know
was
why.
Like, she has gray hairs. I don't know why you were fixated on her
I don't
age.
know why.
I mean,
was
she
trying
does
to-
look older.
She does look older
looks
than
like a motherly.
Okay.
Yes, and
That's
they
what I
broke
thought Mom
up.
was
They
gonna
broke
guess.
up.
Why? Oh.
Oh,
And
they
she
broke
didn't think
up,
about it.
and then I don't know how long they were separated, whatever, and they got back together, right? Or did I miss something there?
They don't show a scene where they explain it, but she
does
They
come
say
back.
she broke up. Mark's fucked up about it. He's
Mm-hmm.
sad, and then like a few scenes later, she's back, and he's like bringing her
Yeah.
flowers from the funeral home,
Oh yeah,
and she's like, "Is that from a grave?" He's like, "It's not from a grave. It doesn't belong.
That was
I brought him
good.
to you."
that was good.
And
I didn't know he was a paper boy. I had never noticed that he was throwing papers out.
Yeah.
and there's a line when they go, "Yeah, he has a paper out."
I didn't even realize that until this
She's
last
like,
time.
"What job does he have? Like, what does he
Yeah,
do?" And I
yeah.
was like, "He's a paper boy."
Yeah, and I don't know how many times I have seen this. That's the first time I actually saw him throw a newspaper out the window.
Yeah, because they do an interview in the car, and they're like talking to Mark, and he's going on about his dreams,
Yeah.
making this movie, and you just see him throwing
That's the first time I caught it.
paper out of the window.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you did say like 5 minutes ago that every single time you watch things or watch it, you
You catch a new thing.
I catch something, yeah.
Yeah. So whenever Mom was kind of fixating on Joan, Mark's girlfriend, being a little older, and you don't know how old Mark is. He could just be one of those guys that
they
Oh,
might
he's
they might have
super
said it and
young.
we just missed
I
it.
don't-
I
think
don't
they-
think so.
I don't
I'll
think they
catch
do.
it. I'll catch it.
I don't think they do, but maybe
And
it's
also,
maybe it's
and
an offhanded.
also back then you looked older than you actually were.
This was done in '96.
Yeah.
He looks so young.
I think there is an age gap. I think she is a little bit older, but I don't think she's not like an old woman.
Yeah.
You were saying it as though she was old. You
Yeah.
commented on her
I
gray
just
hair and
noticed.
you
It was just
commented-
something I
So
noticed.
whenever she mentioned that, I was like, oh, Mom's kind of genius here because
Oh wow. Here we go.
I thought she was gonna say, yeah, this guy like lives at home with his mom still, so he would marry a lady that he's dating a woman like his mom.
Yeah.
I thought that's what Mom was gonna say.
Oh. What? You thought she was gonna say that?
Well,
I've
because
come
why
up
else
with
would you
better.
keep bringing up that she had gray hairs or whatever?
Maybe that was coming up.
She's
Yeah, right.
Did you get the feeling that she liked her kids, his kids?
You don't see them together.
I know.
I
That's what
thought,
I'm
well,
wondering.
I mean, I can't imagine.
I think
she seemed
she's-
very supportive to him. I'm sure she would have been like with the
Yeah.
kids. And then actually, a few times you do see that he is a good dad.
I know.
Even like when the little kid swears.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I
He
love
laughs.
You just swear?
that.
You just
I
swear?
wasn't gonna get
He's
mad.
like,
I
you
just
can
want
say
to
it.
know.
Yeah,
I just want to
think
know.
that's so cute. I think that shows the
He
kind
goes,
of dad he is.
he goes, I got a good auditory sense.
I think he's a good dad. So I can imagine that,
Yeah.
especially
She never admitted it that she said it. She kept saying that she didn't say it. She was
Oh,
kinda
the girl,
laughing.
yeah, she
The
did.
little
She
girl.
did say shit, and
Oh
Yeah, she
yeah,
did,
yeah.
but
No, I
she
thought you were
kept-
talking
no.
about Joan. I'm like,
but
huh?
Joan,
No.
Joan, I would be surprised if she didn't have a good relationship with the kids. But also, you're unsure about, again, because the way the documentaries are, it's kind of hard. It's hard to track time. You don't know how many weeks apart
Sure.
some of the scenes are, right? So you don't know. Is it a weird time to introduce his kids to her right away? How much time in between dating somebody do you go, this is my new friend, Joan?
Sure. I
You know,
mean, but you
there's
don't
some-
get that. You don't get that. You don't see like. That there's a
She
chance that-
seems very patient with him.
Absolutely, that's what I'm saying. Of course, she would be a good stepmother, good to the kids. She's already motherly to him, and he's like not what you would want,
Right,
what you would think you would want in a man.
right. And
Like
that's,
he gets his first Mastercard in the movie. You know,
Yeah.
that's
He was so
I don't think that's his
excited.
first one.
is it? Oh, he's like kick
I don't know if he
ass.
said-
I think he blew one, he
Oh, and got an-
overused one and got
you're
another
right,
one.
okay.
I think that's what happened.
Oh.
Some of it is unclear.
I thought it was a new one.
It
No,
is.
you gotta
like
think
his
he's-
first
you gotta-
one. It
because-
sounded like it was his first one.
It's trying to illustrate that he's like so
And he's-
in the hole, and
yeah.
this is an opportunity for him to.
And he's very.
I can
not
charge
smart
stuff
with
again. I
money.
don't have to. Yeah. It's the scene when he wakes up, and his mom comes in. He's like, she gives him a cough drop or something, and he's like,
oh.
you know, it'd be cool, Ma, is a cup of coffee. And you go, she just does shit for him all the time,
Yeah,
and she's okay with that.
those were moms back then, though. I know you just say the '90s.
What do you
but,
mean back then? Still are.
Yeah, moms are always moms.
Yeah, but that was like it's like she almost knows that she's the reason he's a brat, but she's the kind of mom that
She's
wants
the
to
reason
do
he's
it.
a brat.
But
Yeah.
she wants to do it for him anyways, because like I know I'm creating
Well,
a monster, but you could just tell that she's like that. She's like that with her husband, and her husband's kind of a
Well,
dick.
that's what he said. You never see it.
Well,
And then the kids, the other brothers, they were like, yeah, they were fighting all the time.
Yeah.
They do comment that there was turmoil in the house growing up.
I was surprised they were still living together.
Yeah.
the times.
I did. I couldn't believe they.
I don't know. I wish I was an adult in the 90s so I could kind
The
of...
only time we saw them together was when they went to go celebrate Bill's birthday, and I was surprised to see
That's right.
his
That's
dad
like
there.
the only time they were
That's the
sitting in
only
the
time I
same
saw
scene.
all of them together.
Were they living together, or were they divorced?
Yes. Weren't they living together?
It's unclear.
Oh my goodness. I thought they were
I
living
think
together.
I think they are. I think they are, but it is unclear. You do get the vibe that the way Mark and them talk about it is that it's
Yeah.
volatile when they're
Because
together.
if they're not together, why is he going to be there?
He feels
Any
like
question?
everybody just falls in line. And that's one of the things about Mark that's infuriating about him, and kind of like you understand about him, where you go, he doesn't want to conform to how the fuck society is.
Yeah,
And that's
he
his,
says that. He says
and that's
that.
his struggle. It's like, dude, just
Yeah.
like you're failing too much. You have kids to take care of. Just get the factory job, like your dad
Yeah,
said,
yeah.
and pay your fucking bills. Is kind of because that's the infuriating thing where you go, this clearly isn't working, guy. I mean, how many more things need to go wrong in your life before you go?
Like that's what he means by loser.
That's what I mean.
I know, but some more support for him.
Yeah, we do want him to succeed, but that's what that is. You're right. That's what I
Yeah.
mean. Where you go, dude, you're right there.
His
if you
dad-
just put that much enthusiasm
So you
into
don't think
anything,
his dad's right though? Like how many
She
times
had
are you gonna
said-
fail before you're like, all right, it's time to take care of your children and stop chasing your dreams.
stop borrowing money from me.
That's
Yeah.
hard. That's hard. Because I see him as he's trying. He's putting a lot of effort. It's not like, I mean, it seems like he's on this roll 24 hours a day. This is something that's in his head 24 hours a day. He's not, playing games where I'm going to do it on the weekend.
He is.
And I
He's-
throw the newspaper during the day, work at the cemetery, whatever.
He's hamstringing himself because he gets drunk and
It's
he
just
gets
hard.
high.
It's
And like they make it clear that he's his own worst enemy when it comes to that stuff.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, they do.
yeah.
Like we do have this is ultimately a movie that has a lot of humor and there's a lot of happiness associated with it, but there's a little bit of darkness. There's family turmoil. There's the reality of, man, this guy's in debt like up to his eyeballs. He's probably like, yeah, we see him being good with his kids, but it's not good that he doesn't live with them and that he can't support them. That's really bad.
Right.
That's like
there's
embarrassingly
4.
bad. There's a weird
They're
psychological.
all his, right?
It seems that
Yeah,
there
it
are.
seems that way. Yeah.
So there's like, and then his friend Mike, he got brain damage from that situation. There is some sad we can decide to pay attention to it or not. And what's going on with Bill? There's clearly a little bit of dementia or something going on there. Sometimes he doesn't know what's going on. He's
out of it.
He's a little bit out of it. There's some sadness there too, and that's part of the beauty of this.
And how he's living in the mobile home.
You see them, yeah.
But when he's thinking about his wife,
if I find I'll visit your grave every day.
if I can find it.
Well, not every day.
Well, not every day. Yeah.
So yeah, and I think that's one of the things that when we joke about it, just because we like to laugh. But I think that when you really think about it, like I think about when I watch it, I'm reminded every time. I'm like, oh
Sad.
man, there's some sadness, there's some
Yeah.
darkness, there's some stuff going on here that's part of the realism of it too. Is like, this guy just can't fucking get it together.
Okay, Mark, why didn't he just like go to Hollywood?
Go where?
I
Leave
don't
his
know.
children
Yeah, exactly.
with what money? On the MasterCards? Was he
Mom
going
wanted him to take the extra step and give all to his dream, but let's say he had gone to Hollywood and gone to Los Angeles to try
You
to
would
make
be
this work.
pissed off at
He'd be
him.
living in a car. He'd be homeless before. He'd be back at home, living in mom's basement. You know what I mean? He's his own worst enemy. I've said that earlier, and I really believe that. I really believe that had he taken that energy and just directed it towards something more realistic to his means.
Do you
He'd
think
be
his parents
fine.
are disappointed in him?
Yeah. What the fuck?
I'm just asking.
Yes, absolutely. I guarantee you.
But the mom's right there. How can she feel that way? Because she's right there with him. Even to go.
That's why she would be disappointed
dress
with
up
him.
in the black
Although they did
outfit
seem
in the
proud
field.
of him, the movie night.
Well,
Yeah.
because it's the one thing he was able to manage
But
to
he
do.
did it, and I don't think any of them thought he would do it. Bill didn't think he'd do it. I mean, I think they were rooting for him, not Bill. Bill was
He even did. He financed the movie. Yeah.
okay.
He was
but
in it.
He was in it. Yeah.
yes,
Finish what you were saying.
I lost my.
You
thought.
can, Ma. You can disagree with my assessment of the movie. I have my own feelings
Yeah.
about it, and I also understand how difficult a project like that would have been. They didn't have digital. They didn't have a digital camera.
Yeah, well, she's romanticizing it. You're looking like it.
Realistic.
That's
yeah.
true.
Yeah.
That's true.
I'm looking at it
I'm
the way
just
the
rooting for 'em.
documentary.
Wants you to see it.
Yeah, the way I think his name's Chris Smith, the director of this. I was trying to explain to her that like there's so much footage that's not in it. They must have hung out with him so long, and how much of the stuff that they filmed and recorded didn't make it on it.
Oh,
Just-
yeah.
Just so much, and that him and his team knew how to like put it together to evoke a feeling out of all the audience. Because again, you said maybe not everybody would jibe with this movie, and I agree with that. Not everyone's gonna like a certain movie, but every time I put this movie on, it makes me smile. I laugh. My emotions kind of do go a little bit all over the place, and that's I think by design. But yeah, it was put together to make you feel that. It was interjecting Mike's playing of the music, the cuts, the fights that they have, the discomfort you feel when his dad comes in and tells him to stop cussing.
Oh yeah.
And they're eating Chinese food and watching the Super Bowl, and he's just drinking by himself.
Yeah.
He's by himself. He's not.
No, I know.
Because Mike doesn't drink, and his mom's not drinking.
Yeah.
So he's just fucked up by himself
Yeah.
in the other room. And then he starts getting pissed off. It's like, Packers just won. You're supposed to just be happy.
Yeah.
And he's over here going, bitch ass motherfucker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anybody works at a factory, and he's just going off on some shit that no one started.
Yeah.
You know, it's And then it'll follow it up with like a sweet scene of him being like, man, I didn't want to wake up tomorrow, but Mike came over.
Yeah.
And he put a smile on my face.
I love that.
So it knows how to do this thing to you.
Yeah. Has he done anything else?
Yes. The director, Chris Smith, worked on the documentary about Jim Carrey. Jim Carrey, when he did Man on the Moon, when he was playing Andy Kaufman.
One of the few
I
Jim
haven't
Carrey
seen that.
We should.
movies I like.
I don't know.
I don't
Jim
like
Carrey.
silly Jim Carrey.
I don't even like the mask.
Taxi
I
Driver,
won't
dude.
even
What's his
touch
name?
it. Taxi Driver.
The taxi.
Early
Oh, it's just called
80s.
Taxi.
And it was like
Andy
Kaufman
is
Andy
plays
Kaufman.
a, he plays like a foreign
Taxi. Andy Kaufman.
he,
Yes.
he plays like a foreign guy and
right,
has a weird
right,
accent.
right. Oh yeah.
That's
Okay,
who Jim
so Jim
Carrey
Carrey's
is
playing him.
in the
Right.
movie.
I didn't watch it.
So the
It's-
guy that
it's
directed
good.
this
It's
movie,
good?
American movie,
Yeah.
directed the documentary about Jim
Yeah.
Carrey doing that.
Oh,
That
that's
was
interesting.
yeah.
I
That
would watch
was.
that.
And I
interesting.
really liked that documentary. I saw it. I didn't know it was the same guy.
Oh, really?
I didn't know.
Same feelings then? They did the same kind of thing?
It's definitely different. It's more. You can tell that he elevated.
Oh,
I mean, instead
really?
of interviewing Mark in a basement, he's interviewing Jim Carrey. There's clearly a level of
yeah.
A little step up there.
So a step up,
A
yeah.
little.
And it made me really dislike Jim Carrey.
Oh, that's easy.
That's
for
a
me.
different. Yeah, that's a different conversation. But the documentary was done really
Is that
well.
just your opinion, or do you know other people with the same opinion?
It's my opinion. I don't think I ever talked to anybody about Jim Carrey doing Andy Kaufman before, but when I watched it, I was like, man, Jim Carrey seems like a dick. I would hate being around this guy.
I felt that way kind of a little bit about him. Should I watch it? Should I watch? Should I watch that movie you were just?
If
talking
you wanted
about?
to, I would watch it with you. Is this story inspirational in any way? Is there something about the idea of never giving up even if you suck?
I wouldn't say inspirational for me, no. But I do like a good family movie. I do like seeing different personalities and like how a family gets along. I mean, his friends were practically family. I like family oriented things.
Yeah, he has a close knit group.
Yeah, and
The
I feel
people
like
in
that,
his life are very.
that's weird. I mean, if in terms of like family units, I feel like we can all resonate with the crazy family, watching them, laughing at them, laughing with them. That's what I like about the movie.
You get all of them. I don't think I disagree with any of the people in the movie. I feel like I understand it where every one of them is coming from.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like when Mike is like, I'm his friend and he makes movies, so I'm gonna do that with him.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, that's
I mean, they all did this when they were kids.
yeah.
I like that. I don't find it a super like incredible. It's charming, but I'm not
It's
like
charming.
I'm
yeah.
not.
That's a good word.
That's a really good word.
Yeah, but I'm not like it's you. Well, I guess I do like a movie where you kind of cheer for the loser.
Yeah, it's an underdog story a little bit.
That's the word. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and
I
the
love
thing
a
is,
movie like
his success, it ends
Documentary, whatever.
making Kevin, and us watching this line of people outside of the theater, and going, man, it's happening.
Like,
and
he
Bill,
did
and Bill
it!
almost falls.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And he goes, and then Mark goes up there, and he's in front of all these people, and he's usually really good with his words, like to us.
Yeah. Yeah.
He feels comfortable. He feels comfortable on camera, but then when he's in front of people, he's like,
seemed
"Oh
a
man,
little
if I,"
off.
he's
I
just kind of
noticed
twitchy and
that.
he's kind of
I noticed
yeah,
that.
and it's because he's in front of a bunch of people that are actually there. It's not just him hanging out with Mike.
Oh.
Yeah, so there's like a different, and I understand that too because public speaking is very scary for me, but
It
It's
seemed
for
like
me
it
too.
was. Yeah.
but I can talk to strangers easy.
Same.
So
Yeah.
there's definitely a difference between
Yeah.
you're the focus of
I
attention
don't like being in
and there's
spotlight.
a bunch of people
Yeah, I don't like
in the
being in
room. That's
spotlight at
a
all.
different. Yeah, a lot of people don't like it,
Yeah.
and even people that are good at it still get a rush when they go and do it.
Yeah.
Like I've heard people that do. They're like, oh, I get nervous every fucking time, and they
Yeah.
just
And then they just kill
So
it.
you could actually tell that difference between him before that and then him. He's got a theater full of people, and he's kind of like he's during. Oh man, if I forgot anybody, man, thanks for all the sandwiches and shit. You know.
Yeah.
So, but even the success that we see, even the fact that Coven is finally released, people did buy tickets to it. It's still a very small victory. It's small. That didn't fix his bills.
No, it wasn't a money.
You don't think he
Money-making
got
thing.
anything from showing up on those things that he did?
Did he get a check for his
Yeah,
two
but he's
appearances on
Family
David
Guy.
Letterman?
No, what he's his.
And I think he did a commercial for some during it. Yeah, they showed him doing a commercial.
Oh yeah, I think Mike
For a
did a
football?
commercial for.
But that's all not
Something.
because of his movies.
It all starts with the movies because that's how he came out. If he hadn't done this, we wouldn't know him.
Right,
of
I'm
course
saying,
it's
well,
about
okay,
it.
so let me rephrase that. What we see in the movie, how the movie ends, is a small victory.
Right.
What happens after that is, because it has nothing to do with the documentary itself in terms of what we see. In terms of what we see, it finishes off with, cool, he did it.
Yeah.
But he didn't get Northwestern was what he was trying to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This was a side project, and even though they might have gotten all that theater filled, that didn't pay for all the shit he owed. He still has child support payments. He still has a MasterCard that he probably fucking used a week in. So, again, it's somber.
I'm just
It
positive
finishes
for him.
Yeah,
That's
it finishes
all.
in a nice note. We go, aw.
That's all.
We recommend it. Do you recommend this movie?
I recommend it. I just love the characters. Everybody just cracks me up. Bill, Mike, Mark, everybody. I just love it. Just even the little quotes they make are funny.
Cool. Were there any other points you wanted to bring up, or should we close it out?
I'm down to close out.
Let's
Yeah,
close it out. We're gonna bring some new
Woo.
content for you later. Me and the guys are gonna come back with a discussion about Jurassic Park, the novel and the film. That's gonna be really fun. Chris, Art, and I are gonna do Rocky 3 coming up, so it's gonna be really fun.
I would love to be a part of Rocky 4.
If you need me.
If we can set that up, you can be on any of the episodes you want to be on. So you guys want to see Ace come back? Leave it in the comments. Leave a like. We're gonna go ahead and get out of here. We got some projects on the way. Mom might make another appearance. We'll see. We'll see where we're at. We're gonna watch Man on the Moon.
Oh, that's a good one. We should do that.
We'll see. We'll see what we feel. We're gonna out of here, you guys. Thanks for joining
Bye,
us.
good
Like and
night.
subscribe, y'all.
Bye.